All right, today we're going to talk about something that's, well, incredibly personal, your health records. We're diving into a project called MedJournal, and it's all about using some really cool tech, AI and blockchain, to put you, finally, in the driver's seat of your own health story.
So let me just ask you this straight up. If you had to right now, could you actually pull together your entire medical history? I'm talking every single doctor's visit, every lab result, every prescription you've ever had. Yeah, for most of us, that's a hard no. It's scattered all over the place, right? Locked away in different clinic portals, maybe even stuffed in some old paper file. It's just a mess.
Okay, so let's just lay it all out. On one side, you've got the system we're all stuck with. It's fragmented, you can't get to it when you actually need it, and believe it or not, records can be changed or even just lost. Then, on the other side, you have what we should have, this single unified record that you control that's totally verifiable and that's permanent. That huge gap between the real and the ideal, that's exactly what this new tech is trying to fix.
So let's dig a little deeper into this problem. We're calling it your scattered health story. And honestly, that's a perfect name for it. Because this isn't just about it being annoying, it has real, actual consequences for your health.
When you really break it down, the problems are pretty clear. You've got these data silos, which just means your family doctor and your specialist can't see the same complete picture of you. Then there's the risk of records getting messed with, either on purpose or by accident. Data loss is a huge one. You switch doctors and poof, part of your history might just disappear. And hey, even if you do get your data, what good is it? You're staring at these super complex reports with no clue what they actually mean. And all this is happening while we're hearing about massive data breaches all the time. It's a lot.
Okay, so with all that mess, how in the world do we fix it? Well, that is exactly where MedJournal steps in. It's a solution designed to go right after these problems, head on.
So what is MedJournal, really? At its core, it's a decentralized health record system. Now, decentralized just means your records don't live on some single company's server waiting to be hacked. Instead, they belong to a network. But the most important part, it's designed to put you in complete control. It's all about shifting the power from the big institutions and putting it right back in your hands.
So how does it actually pull this off? Well, first, it's all about patient-controlled data. You're the gatekeeper. You decide who sees what. Then you have blockchain verification, which is kind of like a digital security guard on steroids, making sure every single entry is authentic and can't be secretly changed. After that, the AI-powered analysis kicks in. Think of it as your personal health translator, finally making sense of all that medical jargon. And of course, this all leads to portable records, so your health history actually travels with you, and real-time analytics to help you see patterns as they're happening.
All right, I know we've thrown around those two big buzzwords, AI and blockchain. And yeah, they can sound super complicated, I get it. But the way they work together here is actually really smart and, pretty straightforward. So let's pull back the curtain and see how the magic happens.
Okay, let's talk blockchain. And forget all the crypto stuff for a second. In this system, the best way to think about it is like a permanent digital notary. It's all about one thing, trust. Every single time a record is added, it gets this unique, unforgeable digital seal. It's like stamping it in a way that can never, ever be changed, guaranteeing your medical history is authentic, forever.
And then you've got the AI. Think of this part as your own smart medical assistant. So let's say you just jot down a quick note, feeling a bit off today, headachy. The AI can actually read that, figure out the key symptoms, even understand the mood and how bad it is from the words you use, and boom, it turns your random thoughts into structured, useful data that you and your doctor can actually use.
So here's how those two pieces play together. It's a super simple flow from your perspective. Step 1, you add a health note. Step 2, the AI instantly goes to work, analyzing it for insights. And step 3, once you give it the okay, the blockchain locks it in with that permanent tamper-proof verification. For you, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. But behind the scenes, incredibly powerful stuff.
The technology is fascinating, no doubt about it. But let's get down to brass tacks. What does this actually mean for you, for me, for people in the real world? How does this tech actually translate into real power for patients?
And really, this quote from the project's goals just hits the nail on the head. This isn't just about building a fancier database. It's a fundamental shift in philosophy. It's about moving away from a world where you literally have to ask permission to see your own information to a world where you are the source of truth for your own health.
And the cool thing is, the benefits of a system like this really spread out to everyone involved. For patients, it means way better tracking for chronic conditions and getting critical info to an ER doc in a flash.
For doctors and providers, it means they get a complete, verified patient history in seconds, not days. And for the healthcare system as a whole, we're talking better fraud prevention and way richer data for public health. It really is a potential win-win-win.
So that's what's on the table right now. But honestly, the potential for these technologies working together is just getting started. The runway is huge. So let's look ahead and dream a little about the future of our health.
First off, let's just talk about the scale of this whole thing. We are not talking about some small niche idea here. The global digital health market is projected to hit nearly $660 billion by 2025. That is a massive number. The demand for smarter, patient-focused solutions is just off the charts, and it's fueling some absolutely incredible innovation.
And here's a little peek at the roadmap of where this could all go. In the near future, say the next year or so, imagine your health journal automatically pulling in data from your smartwatch. Simple, right? Now look out a few years. What if the AI could move beyond just analyzing your past and start predicting future health risks? And the really big, long-term vision? We're talking about truly personalized medicine, tailored to your unique history, and maybe even a global health passport so your records are safe and accessible anywhere you go in the world.
And that really brings us back to where we started, to the most important question of all, and it's a personal one. After looking at all the tech, the problems, the future, just think about this. What could you learn? What patterns might you discover? What life-changing insights could you gain if you truly, finally owned the complete, verified, and understandable story of your own health? That's the future this is all about. That's the power we're talking about unlocking.